Hey guys, PLJ_95 here to tell you an epic tale of how two exceptionally skilled warriors overcame the odds to be victorious in battle. Today's story will be split into two chapters. Let's not waste time and let's get right into the first one. Our story begins over a meadow on a warm, sunny day and brings together the duo of PLJ and Jobushki. Everything starts off as normal, collecting resources and preparing for enemy attack. Jobushki makes a desperate attempt to reach the next island first but makes a huge mistake. He falls into the void, leaving PLJ against the odds in this war. The first act of genius displayed by PLJ is noticing the team on the next island is bridging out slowly, exposing a lack of confidence. PLJ quickly rushes over and disposes of the first member with one swipe of his pickaxe. Trying to catch the other team member off guard, PLJ rushes only to realize he is not prepared enough to take on the level of preparation done by his enemy. PLJ flees, however whilst fleeing sets up the perfect trap. A boombox is deployed, the enemy now trapped between the box and the void. PLJ jumps over the void to evade attack. The enemy then incorrectly places blocks. Along with a push from the boombox, PLJ overcomes his over-prepared opponent. PLJ tries to improve his dire armor situation, but is being incredibly unlucky with the drops. An opponent notices how undergeared PLJ is and advances towards him. PLJ sees this threat and whilst calmly placing blocks to manipulate routes, jumps inches away from the enemy's swipe. PLJ then places a block which he then uses to set the trap. PLJ adds one more block, making the enemy fall. PLJ has overcome another enemy. In this battle, PLJ lures a player in by playing hide and seek, and making them believe he is trying to stay away from their attack. The enemy takes the bait, and rushes PLJ. PLJ flees back to his island and creates a walled barrier to resist the attack. The enemy retreats, and PLJ rushes trying to catch the opponent off guard. PLJ deals an impressive combination of attacks, but notices a full-strength team moving into the mid-island. PLJ flees, however the previous enemy, also noticing the new duo, proceeds to flee in the same direction. PLJ gives chase, and eventually wears the opponent down into making a mistake. Being outnumbered in the final battle, PLJ attempts to sneak around the duo and separate them. First, he tries to hide as the duo search for him. PLJ notices they separate and ambushes one of the players. However, to PLJ's surprise, this was a counter ambush and they lure him into a house. PLJ then proceeds to flee and then will barricade himself further onto his islands. The chasing duo slowly make their way over. As the team enters the island, PLJ throws a TNT box of potion as a warning. However, this does better than he expected and confuses one of the members of the team. The TNT box causes the opponent to stumble on the uneven terrain. Undergeared and fearless against overgeared but frightened meant PLJ was easily able to finish off the last person remaining. PLJ knocks them into the void and finishes the battle and the war victorious. Congratulations to PLJ for overcoming much stronger opponents whilst being undergeared. However, with the end of Chapter 1, we must begin the impressive tale of Chapter 2. Our heroes are stranded, hoping for the best. Our tale once again begins with the duo of Jobushki and PLJ. Everything starts as normal, collecting resources and preparing for enemy attack. PLJ makes a run to reach the middle island first, however he makes a huge mistake in the process and falls into the void, leaving Jobushki against the odds in this war. Jobushki patrols the middle and notices a team approaching. Whilst hiding in the shadows, another team approaches and splits the first team. Jobushki quickly dispatches the unaware opponent and begins to plan his next attack. Joe fakes to chase an opponent, leading one of the other opponents into a false sense of security. Joe doubles back and punches them into the void. Another team attempts to move into the middle. Joe notices and moves towards them, but without being seen. He quickly pushes one person off into the void with a few sword swipes. and then with an effective combination eliminates the second member of the team. Joe now has 4 kills, with no signs of slowing down. Joe begins to push outwards, noticing a weak and scared player. He lunges at them, and within 2 easy strokes, this enemy is falling to the void. Joe takes a moment to look forward to check if there's any opponents coming in, and then moves back to dispose of a player trying to hide as a statue. The easiest of all the kills that Joe has had so far. Joe continues to push around the outside. He spots another underpowered enemy hiding in the open. The enemy tries to spleef the ground from under Joe. He then bridges with an undefeated combination easily overpowers his undergeared opponent. As Joe quickly tries to sort through the spoils of his victory, the final opponent tries to rush Joe and catch him off guard. The battle is close, but Joe overcomes his disadvantage to get caught in a trap. Upon seeing Joe caught in a trap, the enemy tries to explode Joe, however they place the wrong TNT and actually knock themselves into the void. Joe wins the final battle, and with that, the war, defeating 8 opponents in the process and cementing his legacy into the history books. That concludes the epic tale of how our heroes overcame the odds to not only win the battles they were in, but also win the wars. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to the story today. If you did, please hit the like button below, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.